All right, love, welcome to part 9 of our How to Start an Online Business as a Christian Entrepreneur series. It's your girl, Steph Rodness, founder and CEO of Godlywood Girl, creator of the Godlywoodgirl.com website. It's an online resource that connects women of Christ with the resources she needs to step into her purpose as a Christian entrepreneur. So if that's you, make sure you check out Godlywoodgirl.com and use discount code YouTube at checkout to get 10% off your entire order. And if you're ready to learn step number 9 in how to start an online business as a Christian entrepreneur, grab your pen and paper. This one isn't my most favorite, but it's important. All right, love, so hopefully you have watched the first 8 videos in this series. So you're like, well, Stephanie, you already went over the steps, right? So what is this video about? Sis, this video is the stuff that I don't like doing, but every business owner needs to figure out. And this video is the paperwork. So step number 9 is to get your paperwork in order. Get your paperwork in order. Now, I have legally started 2 businesses. My first business failed miserably, and Godlywood Girl is my second actual legally incorporated company. But I've actually had about 7 businesses, and 5 of them I never bothered incorporating because I hated doing them so much. So I actually incorporated my companies after I figured out, like, this is actually what I want to be doing. And, you know, my first company, I do believe I'll start it again someday with the help of my husband. I don't want to do it by myself ever again. But with the help of my husband, I do think I will start it again someday. But these are some of the things that I didn't realize I kind of had to think about as I was growing my online business. So we're just going to go in order. The first thing is incorporating your business, right? Registering your business with the government. And if you speak with a lawyer, you'll learn that there are many different ways to register your business. An LLC, a sole proprietor, all these different entities that you can register your business as. My advice to you is to not listen to anybody else's advice except for a certified accountant, a CPA. Now, a CPA is going to listen to what you're doing in your business, is going to hear your income goals, and will tell you the best way to structure your business. Now, lawyers are phenomenal. They really are. But accountants know tax law like the back of their hand, okay? They study it. They got certified in it. They're going to do seminars for it. So a CPA is going to be the best person to tell you, based on your financial goals, how you should incorporate your business. So I highly recommend contacting a CPA in your area. Make sure they're certified in the state that you live in. Every single state has different requirements for these, okay? Once you've talked to a CPA and you figure out how you're gonna incorporate your business, what structure you're gonna use, now you wanna get in touch with a lawyer and actually incorporate your business. Now, there is the free 99 way to do this. You can incorporate your business yourself, sure. The only thing is you want to make sure you're not breaking any laws. So for instance, in some states, you have to have a sales permit to legally sell your items, right? In other states, you don't. Like, you just never know what you don't know. So I highly recommend speaking with a business lawyer in your area and saying, hey, this is what my CPA recommended I structure my business as. Can you help me incorporate my business? And they will lead you through that process. My first business, I used a lawyer to incorporate my first business. I did not do it myself. My second business, I incorporated it myself because I saw what my lawyer did for the first business. So I just basically took what they did the first step and did it myself for Godlywood Girl. But I used a lawyer the first time, so I don't recommend skipping out on that step. Now, as you are incorporated, you also want to be thinking about business insurance, protecting yourself, protecting your clients, protecting against the unknown, unforeseen things that may happen. And business insurance is actually very affordable. So yeah, again, you can go the free 99 route with this, or you can just ask a lawyer for their recommendations, or you can find an insurance broker online and get quotes from different insurance companies based on the needs of your business. All of this should be based on the needs of your business. Only talk with people who listen to you and listen to what you're doing in your business. Because if they sell you an insurance policy that protects you when you have 1,000 people in your office and you know you're an online business that will never have people in your office, that's a ripoff. Like, just make sure that you actually find a broker who's going to listen to you and is not just trying to sell you the most expensive policy. The next thing you want to think about is asset protection. So in the online world, I'm sorry to say this, but people do steal stuff. It happens all the time. A very well-known influencer just posted about this last week. Another well-known influencer took her exact ebook, put the other influencer's name on it, and sold it. They didn't even change the interior of the book. They just started putting their own cover on it. And so this influencer, one of her customers who had purchased the ebook from her, she emailed her. She's like, hey, are you white labeling your products? Because I literally just purchased this from another person, and I saw that it's exactly what I purchased from you. And so she called that person out. This influencer called that person out, which I thought was hilarious. And hopefully had her lawyer send a nice little message to that person. But this happens. People steal. And because these are online assets, it's easy to be like, oh, it's fine. No, you worked hard on this. This is your work, and nobody has a right to take it from you. Nobody has a right to take it from you, and I will never believe when people say, oh, don't worry about it. No, they don't have a right to take it from you. So protect your assets. One of the biggest things you can do is trademarking your business name to make sure that nobody else can trade off of it. You can also copyright your ebooks, copyright your courses, copyright your t-shirt designs. You can protect these assets that you have created to serve your business online. You don't need to just say, oh, it's fine. No. You can protect these assets. And if you want help doing that, again, contact that business lawyer. They will walk you through the process. And then finally, the last thing in the paperwork category that I want to talk about is my least favorite thing to deal with, but all of us have to do it. It's taxes. It's taxes. As an online business, I know your instinct or your habit may be to say, oh, I don't really have to worry about taxes, whatever. That's not true. And please know that as Christian entrepreneurs, we don't scam the government. Like, we just don't do it. And it frustrates me so much when I hear other entrepreneurs saying, oh, I'm just not going to report this income because I don't have to. That's not right. Now, if we are asking God to bless us in our businesses, then we have to do what the Bible says, which is to give to Caesar what's Caesar's and give to God what's God's. Now, remember when Jesus said that? They were saying, oh, is it good? Should she pay her taxes or should she give to the poor? Sis, give to the government what belongs to the government and give to the church what belongs to the church. Your 10% tithe. So what you give to the government is going to be based on your income and the way that you incorporated your company. That's why, again, when we began this, it's very important for you to talk to a CPA licensed in your state so you know what the best for legal entity structure for your business is. But what you pay in your income taxes to the federal government is going to be based on your state, your income, and the way you incorporated your business. So you want to know in advance how much money you may need to be paying your taxes so that when tax season comes, you don't get a big surprise like what happened to me. So my business operated at a loss for the first 3 years. Well, technically for Godlywood Girl, only for a year. But my first business operated at a loss the entire time. So I never thought about taxes or paying taxes because I had always operated at a loss in my first business. And in Godlywood Girl, the first year was also a loss. But year 2, when we made a profit, I had to pay the government money. That was a pretty big wake-up call for me. I was like, oh snap, I owe money? And I actually had to come up with this money to pay. So you want to know in advance what your estimated tax responsibility is going to be. You don't want this to be, uh-oh, I ain't got no money to pay. And keep in mind, because nobody told me this either, if you use a payment plan to pay back the IRS the money you owe them, you have to pay penalties and fees. So you end up paying them more money than you would have had to owe. It's so much easier to know what your estimated responsibility is going to be and just put that money aside. Like here at Godlywood Girl, I know what my tax bracket is. So on average, every time I make money at the end of the month, I just transfer that percentage into its own account. I don't look at it. I don't touch it. I don't mess with it. And that way, when it's time to pay my taxes, the money is there. I can just pay it and we're done. Okay? So again, make sure you talk to your CPA so you know what your estimated responsibility is going to be. Put that money aside, and sis, don't do this on your own. If you can, hire a bookkeeper. A bookkeeper is going to track your expenses each month so you know what your profits are, what your losses are, your cost of goods sold, and so you're not paying too much and you're not paying too little. So I know this was a lot of information, but I wish somebody had told me these things when I first started my online business, because as an online business owner, you don't think about this stuff, but you do. So if you have any questions, comment down below. I feel like we should do a series with like a lawyer or something to have them share their expertise on this. And don't forget, if you want my help building your online business, get into the Godlywood Girl School of Business by going to purposelegend.com/school of business. If you want my free Christian business toolkit to help you get started, go to Business Kit. business kit. Purposegift.com/business kit. And finally, if you're not already subscribed to the Godlywood Girl YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscription button. My goal for this channel is for it to be the #1 resource for every woman of faith who wants to live her greatest purpose for Christ as a Christian entrepreneur. So that if that's you, hit that subscription button. Make sure you turn on those post notifications. And then next week, we'll be back for video number 10. Comment down below. Let me know you stayed until the end. And God willing, I'll see you at Godlywood Girl. Hey love, thanks so much for watching this video on my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button and click the subscribe button so you can get brand new videos that Godlywood Girl releases. My mission with the Godlywood Girl YouTube channel is for it to empower at least 5 million women of Christ to get unstuck, stop feeling frustrated, and start living God's greatest purpose for their lives. So if you want to join that movement, make sure you click the link below to join me in the Godlywood Girl School of Purpose, where I literally teach you how to start living God's greatest purpose for your life step by step. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video.